the EP came out last year, Something American. You say you've been writing since you were 13.
Yeah.
How was that experience of actually getting some music that you've been writing and working on and laboring over the years?
Yeah.
What was it like getting that out into the world?
Terrifying. I have little moments of joy, little moments of sorrow. I care so much about it. I care so much about my music and so much of how people view it. So it was terrifying. I'd held out for so long because I wanted to release it properly, and I wanted that cover to be my own inspiration. That's how I set it up as I did. Like it was almost like you were looking at the movie of your life unfolding with the start of your work. So that's why I chose to do the cover and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I'm always terrified before a release, but it started the journey, and then you always have to you have to chuck yourself in the ice bath almost, like. But yeah, the response has been incredible as well, so I'm very fortunate.
The influences from the record are varied, to say the least.
Yeah.
It feels like you have grown up on quite a mix of music from classic blues to Laura Marling to rock and roll, and kind of everything in between. There's twinges of kind of twinges, is that a word?
Twinges, yes.
Of everything in there.
Yeah. I mean, well, I love music ultimately. That's why I'll never stop searching. At the minute I've got like a soul power playlist going on, and Patti Smith is one of my heroes, same as Alanis Morissette, and I ultimately just love music. That's why the influences will keep growing. And I've always said that if you have a pool of unique influences, you're hopefully going to create something unique. So yeah, I do have stuff in country and blues that I love, like Civil Wars and Chris Stapleton, but I also listen to, like I said, the Isley Brothers, or jazz, or I listen to so much. So that's probably why it's so twinge, did you say?
The twinges
of different things. Yeah. So yeah.
And you traveled around a lot growing up as well, so I imagine that had its influence on, well, you go to a different place, there's going to be different music. And
yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because my dad was in the army, so it was like it was always British bases, British and American. So I can't say I really got exposed to any like different cultures or anything super early on. And I've always been fascinated by people as opposed to landscapes, because I remember someone was saying when I went to Woodstock, like near Palinville, to record the EP, or Palinville near Woodstock I should say, but they were like, oh, you're going to start writing about trees now and mountains and all hippy dippy stuff. But I was like, no, because that's not my inspiration. My inspiration is relationships and emotions, because that never gets old ultimately, I don't think. I mean, nor does a good mountain, but yeah.
But and America as well, making its way.
Yeah, I love America. I mean, I was very skeptical before I went, so I was like, oh God, But everywhere's been music lovers. They're really, and I think there's a nice view on ambition there as well. If you want to work hard, they'll support you, and I really respect that. Yeah.
When you're touring around places like that, either as a headline artist or supporting, as you've done with Sun Little and people like that, you must be stumbling across some pretty incredible, iconic venues in these cities, be it at home or in the States. Are there any are you building a bucket list as you're kind of doing this, going, I want to get there, I want to play that stage?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I equally like Wembley has never really appealed to me particularly. I mean, I'm more of a Carnegie Hall thing, and that's because of albums I love. So like Ryan Adams is like that Carnegie Hall is like one of my favorites. Like Kim on that is phenomenal, the record Kim. But I think I base my bucket list on maybe other people's achievements, because I'm like, I'd love to do something along them lines. Not something that's the same, but putting my own spin on it, as opposed to just playing a venue. Because a venue is what you make of it, ultimately, I think. Although the Troubadour in LA was pretty special. I really enjoyed that. That's pretty iconic as well.
You're slowly ticking them off.
Yeah, I'm like, dee, dee. Yeah.